back to Meyer Studio Sketch Club. My name is Izzy, next to me is my dad Jason, and just behind us is my mom Cindy. Tonight we'll be doing 4 5-minute sketches of a wide variety of subject matter. Before we get started, my dad will take a few minutes to talk about his approach before sketching starts at 7.
Alright, before we get started, how about that intro from Isabella? There we go. Good job. Good evening, Susan, and welcome everybody. So for the intro tonight, I did something a little bit different. I already recorded it, so I didn't have to try to draw and talk and think at the same time. So we're going to start with the materials I use. I use a white chalk, and I refer to it as number 1. And when I say that, I mean that value right there, that white value. For number 2, it's just that tone of the paper, and that's why we use the kneaded eraser. Number 3 will be our vine charcoal. And we'll say number 2 there since we can't write with the tone of the paper. And the vine charcoal, and I use that with a stump. And that'll give me my number 3, or my gray value, our number 3, our gray value. I don't own gray. I've got a stake in it, but I don't own it. And number 4, or our dark, we're going to use compressed charcoal for that. All right, Maria and Heather are here tonight. Hello, Maria and Heather. And then real quickly, in 5 minutes, we're going to do all 4 paintings. So our first thing is, I think that's a pelican. Is that a pelican, Izzy?
I have no idea.
Doesn't look like a squirrel, so we're going to call it a pelican.
Okay. Before the show, I thought it was a Pinocchio bird, so.
A Pinocchio bird. Yes, that was a good name. Thanks for the hat.
You're welcome.
And so that's a number 3 gray is behind it. It's dark. And then the white's going to be on the bird. Because we want to see all these things quickly as a value pattern. A number 1, 2, 3, 4. How can we quickly organize those things? A white pelican. There we go. Susan to the rescue.
Thanks, Susan.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
And then for our second one tonight, we got a beautiful scene from Cambria, or thereabouts, maybe San Simeon. So I believe the pelican was contributed by Shakti, and this is coming from Claudia. And again, the rocks will be the number 4 value. That'll go around, and we'll have some number 3 shore there. Then I'm going to have the white of the water up front too. So you have all these values right up front, and then as it goes back in space, it's going to go back to a light gray. But very quickly, we can see the whole thing is a very simple value pattern. That's the idea for tonight. Common at the salt. Oh, I didn't know that. So the white pelican is common at the Salton Sea.
What is the Salton Sea?
What is the Salton Sea? We've got something to Google after the show. I'm excited.
Oh, God.
Yep.
You can't just give them knowledge that you're going to give me later?
It is a sea, I believe in the Middle East.
There's one here in California.
Oh, there you go. They are visiting in Tascadero Lake. Hey, migrating thing. Migratory thing, no doubt. Yeah. Oops, we're already on to number 3. Man, don't have much time to do much here. What do we got? So here we've got a big white cloud with the blue sky. And you see it's number 4 trees, number 3 sky and land, and then the tone of the paper for the light of the hills. We'll blow this up. And as always, the references can be found on the website at jasonmeyer.com. Take your mouse over to Sketch Club, hover it there, and you'll see Reference Library pop up. Click on that, and you'll have access to this week's Sketch Club references. And for our 4th one tonight, we're going to do, just calling it a birdie. A birdie, a birdie, a birdie. Looks like a young thing, maybe wanting food. Looks young to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Or about to attack.
About to attack? I don't know. He looks kind of fluffy.
Oh, fluffy things can still attack.
Fluffy things attack?
Yes.
Cats. Cats?
Yeah.
They're fluffy?
They can be. Stop.
What? I don't know. I'm allergic to like everything, so I'm a little ignorant.
Dogs. What other fluffy things attack?
I'm just trying to get into your subconscious and what are these fluffy things that you're thinking that attack you at night. I didn't know if it was your stuffed animals or something, and if we needed to get you a couple of counseling sessions. So I was just checking in on you. That's all. All right. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So quick value patterns there on all of those, and that's what we'll be doing today. We'll have 5 minutes on each of them. Hey, what happened to the show? I guess it's over. All right, you guys, we'll get you guys back later. All right. So Cindy's got the link for the reference images in the comments. And I think looks like Izzy's ready to go. Wow, nice show.
Okay, can
Oops, wrong one. So Janny thought the last one. He's going to tweet. That's what so instead of birdie, yeah, we'll call it tweeter. Tweeter. So, all right, it's your guys' turn. Are you ready? Are you ready, Iz?
Yes.
All right. So let us begin.
Let's
All right. So Izzy's gonna put her head on the desk and take a nap before she gets started. All right. So let's see. You guys probably want a reference, huh? So was it a white pelican?
A white
White
pelican.
pelican.
Father.
White pelican. So I'm going to start with this gray, and just because we're going to use the tone of the paper in white for the bird, and then see if I can't mask the bird in by leaving the negative shape there. It's a little bit different, and that is the thing about art is you've got to be loose because sometimes you solve the problem this way and other times it calls for another kind of solution. So you see the beak and the neck, you can almost see that kind of as an S. And then the end of the S, which is the body, just kind of got pumped up full of air or something. In this case, probably full of fish,
Wow.
seaweed. What else do you think a white pelican eats? Think he has any McDonald's French fries in there?
Probably.
Probably. Claudia, don't encourage her.
That's
Well, we're glad you're watching tonight, Claudia. Oops. Let's see if we can get you. Oops.
Whoa.
There we go.
What are you doing?
I'm playing. What are you doing? So with 5 minutes, all I'm trying to do tonight, again, is to kind of set up the entire scene. We'll come back to each one of these for 10 more minutes this week. Tuesday night will be 10 minutes on the first two. And Thursday night we'll do 10 minutes on the last two tonight. So 5 minutes is pretty quick. Can you, with 4 values, get the whole scene suggested in there? There's no time for details, and you don't want to make too many permanent marks. We're kind of feeling our way into this. Do you like to feel, Izzy? Are you feely?
No.
Are you intuitive? You got an inner sense of things?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. So we went from a no to a pretty much. I call that progress. So I'm trying to suggest the base of the pelican. So I'm going to use the gray for the background, and then my dark I'll probably use very little. Maybe some in the eye or some right underneath the pelican. It looks like maybe where his feet are tucked. Not sure if that's the case. But just a little bit of dark where it hits the water. And then that little bit of dark will be the most that helps that pelican sing out like Whitney Houston. She'll always love you. Always love you. It's true. How does it go, Iz? How's the song go? You gonna sing it for us?
I am not helping you with this.
I'm on my own. You want me to sing it?
No.
Oh, no? All right.
Mom.
Anyway, and that's why we're going to tone. Are you toning your thing? You got to tone the thing so that Whitney can sing out there. Right? Get that stage ready for Whitney.
Okay.
She's got to perform. Perform.
So that's what we're naming the bird?
Whitney? Sure. Might be a pelican, but we're going to treat it like a swan.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like my work for the day is done, so I'm getting a little feisty. Getting a little feisty. Okay, and then to come back, again, your eraser is one of your tools. Right, and I can use that to help me draw, cut back into the charcoal that went too far. And every time I do that, I try to be more and more precise. You don't get it all the time, but that's the idea. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Things are getting a little personal. Things are getting personal. I want to know why she wants to know this.
We had pasta.
You're horrible.
Okay.
You just gave it away. You just spilt the
Claudia.
beans. You like Claudia. Look, we missed the end of the show. End of the sketch. Oh my gosh.
End of the show.
Just for you to spill the beans.
No, I think it was because I'm tired and I'm yawning a lot. So she was asking us what we had for dinner.
Oh.
No, I'm tired because I went to the beach today.
Yes, Izzy got to do a little surfing today.
Learn how to surf.
So she did great. And she did it without a wetsuit, which if
Frozen.
It was cold.
should probably be considered child abuse, except she insisted on doing it, so
Oh.
oh. Were you expecting me to say I had a liquid dinner or something, Claudia? What were you expecting? I don't know. Things are coming together a little bit.
He goes in waves when
little
he
bit.
rearranges the studio and he feels it's a good setup. Then he gets excited and goofy. Pretty much.
Yeah, I just love you sharing this personal stuff of me with everybody. It's so fun.
I could go more in detail.
I think we're okay. Look, Claudia wrote something. Yay, Claudia!
Yay.
Hey, how's your drawing coming?
What are we doing?
We're doing an ocean.
Oh.
We're doing an ocean. So you got the dark rocks. And give a little room to walk into those, a little sand, those dark rocks. Go all the way across. And then it might even go out, and then rocks, smaller rocks will pop in the page. And then we got the land. So kind of like a big reverse C we're going here. This photo came from Claudia. You should enjoy doing it. Man, I'm getting another co-host. You're like the worst. Jeez. Whew. We're never going to get a broadcast deal at this rate.
You've been in the sun too long.
Good, you're going to get some Red Bull before the next show.
Oh, no. Is that an energy drink or is it like
Yes.
beer?
No, it's
I
not
never
like
knew.
beer. No.
No.
If you had beer, you probably would be asleep.
God.
You'd be worse than having Bo as a co-host. So what I do here is I look for a good pattern. I'm trying to get bigger stuff up front, darker. But again, I don't commit 100% right away. I give myself a chance to find these things. A little looser, little way to go through life, a little looser. So that's what you had for dinner. Why is she dying?
My dad's confused.
I am confused. I'm always confused though. I am the artist in that sense.
It's not that you're always confused. It's that you always have questions to be asked.
I'm curious.
It's true.
I'm curious.
You're like the equivalent to Curious George.
Equivalent of Curious George.
With a little bit more brains.
A well-mannered. No, it's not a well-mannered monkey. Wait, jeez. Wait, that's.
You need to catch up on your shows.
I've been a little busy, sweetheart. All right, so here's some of those distant rocks. So I'll do a layer or two of those before we start getting into the land. And then there's going to be a slight dark accent where there's some distant trees in that middle ground just to slow you down with that land. It was one of those days. Reenie's here. Hey, Reenie.
Hi, Reenie.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome. Oh, you can annoy me. I enjoy it. I enjoy a little poke. A little poke. Poke, poke, poke. So you drawing your rocks?
What do you think I'm drawing? Random blobs?
They look like maybe the doggy piddled on the carpet. But I see it now that you tell me. I see it.
Okay. You have a show to host.
And as I develop these, notice I don't finish developing one, but I develop them along a movement or a rhythm. And so I kind of jump from one to the other because the movement of all of them together is more important than any singular group of rocks. If you want to harmonize, you got to sing together, sister. Right? On 3,
Nope.
4, 5, 6.
The harmonizing sound of silence.
That wasn't silence. That was called dead air right there. That was awkward. That was awkward. Everything okay over there?
I dropped the eraser as usual, except this time I got it.
Mm-hmm. Personally, I find little things like this just almost the most enjoyable. You can keep them very abstract, but it's just a matter of balancing these dark rhythms and the size and the placement. Again, 5 minutes isn't very long, and it looks like that's it for our 5 minutes there. But again, we just want a sense of the whole. We'll be coming back. So this is probably the most complicated. And you can see that dark tree over there, and then that really light cloud kind of diagonally catacorner away from that. And then there's almost a point down there. So with our light dark, so you don't see the arrow point right there? Or you look just like my accent?
Catacorner.
Catty corner. You never heard that word, catty corner?
Yes, I have, but you said it catter-corner.
Cattered corner? I like making fun of the stuff I do.
I do
Is it fun for
too.
you? Alright, so let's just start with that dark tree, and I want it to come down a little bit lower than those other trees to stop all that light that's going to be coming in there. And then with a couple of silhouettes of those trees up there, this is a beauty. This one here is from Claudia too, and let's see, the last one was okay, so we have Sharti. And I think our last little Tweety is from Susan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had lots of contributions this week. Thank you guys. So the land in front here I'm going to make gray. And then the hill in the background in shadow will be gray. The hill in the background in light will be the tone of the paper. And the blue sky is going to be a gray as well. All right, so again, we want to quickly see these as just a quick value pattern. Hey, look, Miss Heather Hoff is here.
Hello, Heather.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us, stopping in. Got to be careful, we'll put a pencil in your hand.
We were discussing this today at the
Beach.
Oh, nice. A fellow beachgoer. So now I'm just going to indicate that little lightest light of the clouds up there. Right. And we'll expand that. Again, notice how I just lightly indicate. I'm not looking for exactness and preciseness right now. We want to start a little looser to make sure we get the big pieces where we want them. How's your big pieces coming, Izzy?
Great.
Great. Wasn't that cold water invigorating? You should be all pumped up, ready to go.
It
All
was.
those deep breaths you took through the show already. You should be well oxygenated.
Oxygenated.
So we got the compressed charcoal here, and we're going over the dark tree in the foreground. Again, to hold our light in here. And notice I'm just not going top to bottom, but I'm skipping around. Again, to make it a little tree-like and not just a black blob. And then you'll notice I come back and I'll go the opposite way. I'll go across. You know, when you first see these things, they don't really mean that much. But as you get in there and you're trying to make things look a certain way, these seemingly casual marks, right, will add up or won't add up. If we're lucky, they all add up. Right? I'm thinking about some negative shapes of the sky cutting in there. And by not having to solve it at all one go, what happens is each time I go through there, I get to take all that information in and go, oh, why don't we do this? And then come back, oh, and this, and this. So each time you come back by, you're able to refine a little bit. Right? And not going in an orderly way keeps you from being a fence builder, as I call it. Right? With all the same marks. One after another, after another, after another. You have to give the viewer a little excitement. Give them an experience. And again, 5 minutes isn't very long, so we might not even get to where it looks like much. But we just want to get this big value pattern almost just kind of placed on the paper. And then when we're able to come back fresh, either Tuesday or Thursday, then we'll work right on top of it and hit some details, and you'll be surprised at how quickly it comes together. Again, there's just a couple of key trees right there that we want to get sticking up into the light, get silhouetted there. So I'm just making some notes of those. Oh, and once again, that's time. It goes fast. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Now here comes, this one's fun. You guys ready for this one? You gonna draw this one, Izzy?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like you. Yawning.
I don't go.
No, you sit on the couch. Can you bring me some bonbons? And you reach your hands out. Can you bring me, please? Can you please give me a treat? I ran out of my last treat 15 minutes ago. And of course,
Ow!
little mommy birdie takes you under her wings, takes care of you.
Ow!
And daddy bird, she can get her own stuff. Make her grow her own food. She's got a garden plot out there. Plant some seeds.
Garden plot?
Yeah, you got a little garden section out there.
Pot.
Plot. A plot, like a plot of land. A
No.
space in the ground that you can grow.
Okay, I didn't know. I never heard the word plot except for a movie or a book.
Yep. So we get to Google stuff and look in the dictionary tonight. This is getting better and better.
No, 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 no.
I like these nights. I guess it would be a thesaurus, huh, for plot.
Hmm?
Well, there can be like a plot of land.
And that would be the middle of the land.
What?
I'm confused.
That's the
Stop. Next subject.
this cute little bird. Alright, so you notice the first thing I put in there was kind of the action of the wings, and then find the head, and you'll see that I adjust the size of the head and even the eyes several times, and that's why I like to start with that vine charcoal, because it's so easy to wipe away. Kind of like if Izzy leans into me, she can just wipe her mom off the screen.
No, she's still there.
She had to lean over. She's leaning like over the sides. Her back's gonna hurt. Oh, my back.
So they don't have two hurt parents.
Two hurt parents.
Yeah.
You're not even in junior high yet, and you're already trying to take us out. You can't cook for yourself. This
Yes,
is
I can. I just
what,
choose
popcorn
not
and
to.
ramen.
Oh, I know how to.
You know how to bake. That's
She
good.
knows how to bake. You just gotta switch it to more entrees.
The salads.
Yes.
I made it. Remember, I made a salad when Grandma
Yes, you
was
did.
over,
Yeah,
and
you did.
y'all said it was a really good salad.
It was good.
So
I so wish you would
shush.
do that like 3 or 4 times a week.
It's if we see her for it.
Turning into Ethan.
Turning into Ethan. These people don't know who Ethan are.
Well, you guys do.
Alright, how's it going, guys? Are you guys been able to kind of work this holistic fashion? It's very unnatural when you first start. Because we tend to see details quickly, and when we try to quote unquote look harder, usually people are looking at details, and we want you to look larger, see the simpler, bigger pieces. Takes a little practice. But we did cylinders last week. We could see this little guy as a cylinder. Kind of a chunky cylinder, but we could call it a cylinder. A little chunky cylinder with a bunch of fur on there. It looks like he's got,
That's how I'm gonna start describing birds now.
what's that?
Chunky little cylinder with fur.
Chunky little cylinder with fur.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be a poet for the ages.
I will.
Ruby says we're silly. That we
Where?
are.
Oops.
Ow.
And dangerous.
We're a funky family. We'll give you that.
A funky family.
Ow.
A funky family. So yeah, there's no, you don't get a less of a score if you got to move an eye over or move the head down, shrink the head a little bit. Be loose, be loose, be loose. Right? We don't want to be tight, especially early in the process. It's important to have movement in your work. Movement, movement, movement. Most of the times it takes artists many, many years to realize that movement is actually much more powerful than quote unquote precision. And when most of us start, we're looking for precision. And instead, we need to look for energy and how we can create it, speed it up, slow it down, pause it. But we got to stay realistic. All we can do is make dark marks, gray marks, or white marks. So, funny enough, as we get more and more concrete, it gets more and more abstract. There we go. I think I'm going to finish the show just like that. All right, so let's do our rewind before I have a couple of ladies walk out on me here. There we go. You want to take this commentary, or should I keep going as? So again, we're just doing value patterns here for the white swan. We were basically pulling that out, graying it off. A reverse C for our oceanscape here. And the dark rocks are going to go across the bottom of the page and then poke out, and we're going to see the land on the far side. Look, they like my bird impersonations.
They like when you're off screen.
They like when I'm off screen. Oof.
Oh.
Oof. That's enough to change your mood. Oof. All right. So we got our dark and our light we're setting up here. Suddenly Izzy comes to life when the show's over. Bedtime. Oh, I'm not tired. Sketch club. I'm so tired.
You should just say we're having sketch club and I'll get more tired.
Well, okay. So we're going to have... Oh, I got it. Got it. All right, guys. So I hope you had fun tonight, and we got started on a good week. Again, we'll be back Tuesday and Thursday right here, 7 o'clock for Sketch Club. We'll do 10 minutes on the first two Tuesday night and 10 minutes Thursday night on the other two. For those of you in class, we'll meet on Zoom in the morning at 9. And we'll have Masterworks for everybody tomorrow night on YouTube at 7 o'clock. And starting Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, and Thursday morning, it's Morning Jumpstart on YouTube. Feedback for students. And Wednesday night, we will have Masterworks as well. So a full week. I hope you guys are ready. Thanks so much for joining us. And we'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.